Hello friends, today we'll be drawing Mr. Ping from Kung Fu Panda series. To get started, we will draw a line besides his head, two lines besides his head, to cover the beak area, and then another line besides those two lines, all with the width same as the ruler width. Draw the same width again on the side for the ruler where you will be drawing the actual image. So this gives us the overall width dimensions of how the image would look like. Next, we will take the height measurements for the Mr. Ping duck. So we'll mark the top of his head as 1, and then using my eraser, I'm just taking the next measurements. It's 2, 3, and 4. Notice that I'm using the same exact measurement for the other side too. So that gives me an overall idea. For the vertical lines, I just mark them as A, B, C, and D so that I can relate it easily which line I'm referring to. So just like how on the left side I drew the vertical dimensions of 1, 2, 3, and 4, I'm doing the same thing on the side where I'm going to draw that image too. Let's zoom in and get started. So next, we'll start with drawing the beak area first, because that will give me an overall idea of where the face would fall. So what I did is I just took an approximate mid area between 1 and 2, and the beak size is what I first marked. That helps me to get the overall dimensions of the beak. Then I'm taking the beak right next to the C line. Similarly, the lower half of the beak also, I'm getting that drawn. Notice how I'm just trying to keep it all light and not drawing it too dark, because I need to make sure that my drawing looks okay first so that I can use my eraser if needed. Draw the head area now, the headband sort of that the duck is wearing. Then finally, some eyebrows, and notice the neckline, how long the neck is. You must have seen necks of goose, how they look. That's exactly what it would look like. Notice between 2 and 3 is where the collar line comes. So I'm just going to draw the arm area first so that I can get a measurement of where the collar line would come. And next, I draw the collar line. See the lower half of the collar, that's right next to 3. So that's exactly where I'm going to be drawing it. So just making a small correction there as I'm drawing it, because I just need to make sure that the collar comes in with the right width. And finally, the neck line would come right around it, and then I'm going to draw an approximate area of the neck line there. It's right. You notice that the length of the neck is right almost. Number 2 is there in the middle of it, so that's approximately how we're going to get ours also. Next, we're going to draw the shirt line. Notice on the left side, the hand area, we're going to try and draw the noodles that he's carrying there, the noodles ball. Then his arms. Fingers are not visible on the left side, but don't worry, I'm trying to keep it as much as possible simple. And similarly for the right side, you're going to try and make it for the right side, you notice that I'm going to take that number 3 as my guide, and from about there um, is where the collar line comes down for the shirt area, right? And all this is happening between the B and C lines, the vertical lines. And besides the number 3 is where the waist belt comes across, is also coming there. So I'm going to use that as my guide there. See the width of that belt. Next, I'm going to try and draw the overall shape of the shirt. Notice how I'm trying to keep it all above the number 4, because that's exactly where the shirt is. There is a very short height for the legs, feet to be shown. So just make sure that there is some space between number 4 and the feet. And notice how the right leg is a little bit longer and more visible. Trying to keep that still above number 4. Okay, next I'm going to draw the other hand. For that, notice where I'm trying to draw the sleeves. It's leaving a little bit gap from the line D, the vertical line D, and just drawing the inner sleeves part. So I noticed that the shoulder area, there is a little bit more gap needed there. So I'm going to decrease the size of his collar there. Okay, that's the overall image. I'm going to start inking. See my pen. Start with the eyes. Notice how I'm trying to make sure that before I ink, all the pencil lines are clearly visible so that I don't have any doubts where I'll be inking next. Just trying to make sure that overall image is clear and visible. There are no outstanding questions about that. So we'll try and get the eyebrows and the head area done. So yeah, you guys can do it too. Slow down the video and do it if you need. Good luck.